Good morning, everyone. I am really excited to have the opportunity to address some concerns that have come about and work together on ways to strategically implement and make active solutions. It is clear that students attend our school for a reason, whether it be for high anxiety that physically and mentally paralyzes the student, students trying to navigate the world with autism, or students who struggle with severe learning disabilities, preventing them from accessing the general curriculum. With the vast array of students that we work with, we need to target our instruction and strengthen ways to support them both in and out of the classroom. In order to do this, we need to recognize and strengthen our role here at the Academy and refocus on our yearly goals. When we started the school year, we were given our 3 goals or focuses. First one was to increase PLC work, focusing on collaboration and reflection. Then we were looking at competencies, curriculum and assessment, and our grading procedures. Last, our goal was to improve technology for both teachers and students. So far, we attend weekly meetings as a team. We meet with our director, we meet with each other as a group, and then during IEP time, we meet to go over student progress, and then we meet with our IEP teams. For competency-based education, a group of teachers attended the Sanborn 3-day competency workshop. Those teachers have since come back to school, and one of them is now implementing competencies in her classroom to test it out. In terms of technology, we've rolled out our Chromebooks to all of our students, and we've dove right into Google Classroom. While we've made small advances towards our goals, we need continued opportunities for collaboration, further PD on competencies as well as UBD, and we need to continue to work out the kinks in our technology. With careful consideration in mind, we are ready to begin our next 3 goals or steps in order to continue working towards these yearly goals. Our first goal is an area that we can improve on, as testing reports are not always shared and used to the fullest extent. With this, we can collaborate further and reflect on our practices and align them to what will be most beneficial for our students. So data and the way we use it is so important. We are constantly flooded with what it is, whether it's 3-year testing, NWEA, reading testing, or assessments. However, the amount of time we spend discussing or reflecting on it is minimal. For example, I may see these 2 reading charts all the time, but just looking at them up here can mean nothing to someone else. If I don't share why a student is struggling in nonsense words or decoding and what that means, then someone else may not see or understand why this student struggles so much reading informational text. In order to provide students with the strategies and accommodations they may need, we must share our new learning, the new student scores that come out consistently, and really how we target instruction in our classes to meet these areas. We share data to help drive instruction. Most importantly, we need to collaborate in order to do so. If something works for one of us in our class, then we should share that to help each other, because our main focus is helping the student in the end. In order for us to share data, 3-year testing results need to be shared during our weekly staff meetings when we get the new results. The reading specialist or director will be in charge of sharing scores and breaking down where students' performance broke down in terms of NWE testing. And most importantly, we as teachers need to ask questions. We see our students every day and need to work together to make connections between student performance and behavior in the classroom and how that correlates to their testing results. Goal number 2. We began work on UBDs last year and really looking at our unit plans and curriculum as a whole. With this, we're soon going to be incorporating competencies. So far, we have done multiple workshops in school on UBD. We really looked closely at what our essential questions were for our units. We broke into small groups working with educators that were also, for example, the reading teachers all got together or the math teachers got together to really work on their unit plans. And a specific group of teachers went to Sanborn for the competency workshop. Right now, it's the expectation that we're writing our units in a UBD template and that everything is aligned with Common Core standards. With this expectation, we haven't had much time to really reflect on what we've done, compare on what worked and what hasn't, or had individuals come into our classrooms to see if what we say is being done is actually transferring into the classroom. Now what? In order for us to continue our UBD and dive into competency work, we need to break into smaller groups and use the teachers who attended the Sanborn training to help guide us and mentor us through this process. With this, the director now needs to help with accountability. In order for us to get better and more comfortable with competencies, we need valid feedback through observations so we can work with our mentor, reflect, and problem solve. Just like we want our students to apply new knowledge with our UBDs and to demonstrate that in their learning, we also want the same thing, and we need that. We need the opportunity to understand and showcase what we're getting out of it. Last but not least, our final goal ties in across the board, but with our new technology rolling out, it's proving to be necessary that community and family involvement needs to be an area of attention. Right now, we meet parents on parent night if they choose to attend, and we see them during IEP meetings. Granted, we can always email or call if we need something, but a parent may hold back those questions that they are unsure about and not always reach out when it's necessary. They need us to help open communication and keep them in the loop. In general, parent involvement is the key to student success, but even more so if we can help build both the involvement at school and at home. It's been found that there's two types of parent involvement. There's parent involvement in the school setting and in the home environment. Student learning and achievement can improve so much when the parents are involved and are able to transfer what the student is getting at school to the home setting. With this, teachers need to work with parents and keep them involved in the learning process. For our parents, we've introduced a lot to our students in terms of new technology. At school, our students use assistive technology to help them, but when they get home, our students cannot always clearly articulate how to use or troubleshoot an issue. But the end goal for everyone is for the success of the students. We need to support parents to help the student at home and outside of school. If parents don't know how to use the technology that we have at school, then how are they able to help their student? In order to help them at home and to work with parents, we need to share what works in our classes. We need to give parents the opportunity to help their student be successful by carrying over the same strategy used at school to at home. For example, we use active reading strategies. A parent at home may not have any clue what active reading is. And if the student can't explain it, they're not going to be able to help them in the end. Most importantly, with the rollout of all of our new technology, administration needs to hold technology info nights, a time where parents have the opportunity to hear what we're learning and what the students are learning in their classes in terms of using Chromebooks and using Google Classroom, because they don't have access to those at home. Our tech is ever changing, and parents need this more now than ever to understand how to access and use it. In order for us to build a stronger program and maintain a higher focus on literacy, and in reality, just to really truly support our students, we need to focus on improving our understanding of data, continue working on our UBD and beginning competencies, and work closer with families. We can make a difference if we work together.